I can attest to that. When you get kids and they look like you, and you know that what you have done or what you have been through, you don't want your kids to go through, you're motivated to go out there and work even harder to provide for them. That family unit that we spoke about, you create that. You want to teach that to them. You want them to be able to be like you. You can change the narrative of that.
Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Welcome to Born to Achieve podcast, the show that inspires and motivates you to unlock your full potential and achieve your goals. With your host, Warren Andrew Pinder. Let's get started on this week's episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve.
Hi, everyone. After taking a short break, I am back with the Born to Achieve show with inspiring, motivating, and uplifting discussions. So it is our plan of action that will determine when, where, and how we will achieve our goals. We all have a wish list. That list may be the desire to achieve a house, a desired vacation destination, a better job, or promotion on your present job, starting a business or writing a book. These are some topics we will be discussing to conjure your creative instinct that says, I can do this or I can do that. There is nothing that will get in the way of you achieving a set goal if you believe you can achieve it. This show was created to share content that would support your belief that you can achieve all that you believe. Each of us was created with a purpose to cultivate our lives like a garden, starting with the relationship with God, our Maker. He knows what He has in store for us, but we will only know if we align our lives with His will for us. We must cultivate our gardens by working to develop our gifts and talents, using them in our vocation to provide the essential need of food, clothing, and shelter. Our purpose is to cultivate the garden we have been given, the garden called our heart. Our heart is the most treasured possession that we possess. We must learn to cultivate it. It is said that when you put your heart into something, you put your heart, you give your all. You believe, you touch, you're emotionally involved, and you begin to continue. You truly believe, and you must work to protect your heart. A lot of times our hearts, because we have our kind nature and so forth, and we give of ourselves so much, we endanger ourselves of being, crushed after putting 100% into what it is that our heart allows us. But from our heart comes good and positive. And this is the cultivation. The cultivation mostly when we speak of our heart, we speak about love. We speak about loving persons. We speak about helping persons. We speak about working toward building that type of environment, a good environment, a positive environment that spews from our heart good things. Then there's the garden of our family. We must work to build upon that. We must work to sustain that. We must work to take care of our families. The family is an institute. It's an institution within that for generations, we have aunts, uncles, some great, some not so great, some funny, but they're your family. You go to funeral and you say, as I knew him, as I remembered him, even though he was strung out, but you remember the good that he did when he was young, when y'all were kids together. But holding the family unit together is very important. We have to cultivate that. We have to cultivate that garden to ensure that it never dies. We have the garden of our career that we have to cultivate. Our career that's where we work. It's all about the common thread is that we have to work to cultivate. This is what God has given us to do. We must find the purpose and work to build upon that which He has given.
Thank you for joining today's podcast. We'll be right back.
Achieve Man, written by Warren Andrew Pinder and Dominique Bradford. This book passionately focuses on the challenges women have been made to go through and how to overcome them. In some cultures, being a woman disadvantages the girl child. This book carefully exposes the hurdles you might face. This masterpiece is the ultimate self-help guide for women. It reveals your true purpose and identity. Get your copy today. Available from Amazon.
We now return to today's podcast.
The heart to love, the family. We have to build upon this, use our gifts and talents in our vocation, but to build, to cultivate the other gardens as well. Our gifts that no one can take from us, the gifts and talents that each of us have a unique gift that God has given to us. But we have to learn. We must learn to use them in a positive way. We must learn to use them to advance our situations. While we're cultivating these gardens, that we build around, just see them as beautiful. We must work to keep the weeds out, to stop the seeds of success that you planted from being choked before they bear fruits. So you have to go and actually weed these gardens and take out all the negativity, take out everything that trying to stop you from understanding that. It's important that we continue to, and you work to fertilize it, to give it the nutrients that will build these things, that they don't become choked. As part of our purpose, we are to be fruitful and multiply. This is a part of what we're saying. The family is meant to be an example of our productivity. It's a fact that persons are driven to work harder to provide for their children. I can attest to that. When you get kids and they look like you, and you know that what you have done or what you have been through, you don't want your kids to go through, you're motivated to go out there and work even harder to provide for them. That family unit that we spoke about, you create that. You want to teach that to them. You want them to be able to be like you. You could change the narrative of that. If your child, one of the biggest attributes a child could give to his father is for him to say, I want to be like you. And I just had that experience recently. Children brings meaningful purpose to our lives. For whatever reason, the importance of families has diminished in today's society, and this is causing many of the social issues we are faced with within our communities. Man was created to have dominion over the earth and all within it. This is our purpose. This is deep. Just think about that, right? Our purpose to have dominion. Do you know what this is saying? It's letting us know we are born to achieve. You can take authority. You're born to achieve. You can take authority of living a fulfilled life. We have to sit and really think about this. You have the authority to control the narrative of what you want out of life. Of course, by seeking first the kingdom of God and his purpose for your life. When you do this, all the wealth you've been searching for, all the happiness and fulfillment of your dreams will be realized. To achieve all you ever wanted, begin to research all you can about purpose. Start in the Bible if you believe. Google purpose. You will find tons of information to assist you in understanding yours. There are many books and interesting videos on this topic. When you come into agreement with your purpose, you will begin living a fulfilled and meaningful and happy life.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. We hope you found it informative, inspiring, and motivating. Born to Achieve. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and family. Stay focused on your goals, and we'll see you on the next episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve.